Like asking for like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just location share you and then we could
I think it's very easy to say, especially for us men, is when we maybe talk to somebody who's in this situation, or we read a book, or we hear a news story, the question that's always asked is, why did she stay? And that's the wrong question.
Yeah.
What we need to be asking ourselves is, why do men harm?
Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively are engaged in what may turn out to be one of the most significant legal disputes in Hollywood history. Blake has lost hundreds of thousands of fans as a result, and he has been likened to Amber Heard on social media. The two began working together on a film, but what initially appeared to be a light-hearted project soon descended into a nasty argument. The problem is that new allegations and information are being made on a nearly daily basis, and the whole situation is continuously becoming worse. If I have not discussed anything here, it is because the tale is still developing and things could get much worse. Blake Lively is suing Justin for alleged sexual harassment behind the scenes and has accused him of planning a smear campaign against her. In response, Justin filed a $400 million countersuit against Blake and her husband Ryan Reynolds for defamation and allegedly attempting to steal his film. He also published a 168-page document refuting her claims and accusing her of using toxic and manipulative tactics during the film's production. However, since then, the situation has only heated up. Now, we will be exploring what is rapidly becoming one of the most intense celebrity feuds in recent memory. But before we go into the most recent events, let us go back in time and begin with Justin Baldoni, the man at the center of it all. For those who are unaware, Justin is an American filmmaker and actor who is most recognized for his work on the television series Jane the Virgin. He has already worked in the field for more than 20 years, and in 2019 he co-founded Wayfarer Studios, a production company that allowed him to pursue a career in directing. He also had the chance to make a movie off on the 2016 best-selling book It Ends With Us. Being a huge admirer of the book himself, he wanted to choose the most qualified candidate for the main part of Lily, the main character. Blake Lively came into play at that point. The fans were ecstatic when she was revealed as the person Justin selected to play Lily in January 2023. Since 1998, Blake had been involved with Hollywood. Prior to her 2012 marriage to Ryan Reynolds, who at the time was regarded as the sexiest man alive, she achieved immense fame from her appearance in the television series Gossip Girl. Blake's reputation skyrocketed as a result of her strong friendship with Taylor Swift and other A-list celebs. In a nutshell, Blake was a huge celebrity with millions of followers eager to see whatever she did. Justin made a wise choice in casting her as the movie's protagonist. That was his perception at the moment. Nonetheless, he most likely regrets that decision in light of everything that is currently happening. However, we are overly optimistic. Going a bit back in time, the film's production began in May 2023 and was completed in August 2024. And to everyone's amazement, despite having a shoestring budget of only $25 million, it was a huge hit, generating nearly $350 million. But the journey to get here was not easy, especially for Blake, who was repeatedly the object of online mockery prior to the release of the movie. For example, when images of her set surfaced online, some readers took issue with her choice of attire for Lily. As you can see, one of the main topics of the book is domestic abuse and the detrimental impact it may have on a person's life. One TikTok user commented, "She is fine and I can get beyond the cast, but these dresses are not it." This is why Blake's vibrant and colorful wardrobe choices looked so out of place. In a subsequent piece, Time magazine said, "It Ends With Us is no light-hearted romance. It is a rather somber film on an undeniably awful theme." The criticism also reached other mainstream media. Because of this, the film's mismatched fever dream of workwear, glitter, and boho fantasy costumes are not only a poor fit for the plot but also an eye-catching diversion. However, this was just the beginning, as Blake found himself in hot water once more shortly after embarking on the film's publicity tour. Domestic abuse, a real and severe problem that affects many people, is one of the main themes of the book and, consequently, the film, as we have already discussed. But in several of her promotional interviews for the film, Blake came out as upbeat and vivacious, even making jokes about the film's depressing topic.
So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Like asking for like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just location share you and then we could
She also posted a video of herself and her female co-stars advertising the film to Instagram the day before it was released. However, she spent the entire video joking about zodiac signs and what kinds of occupations they would have if they had to choose new ones, rather than taking the situation a little more seriously.
And we are all in the movie It Ends With Us. I have some prompts for questions. If we could quit our jobs, what would we like to do?
And giggling.
This is throwing me off. It's more clear. More clear than less clear. Much less clear, but that's okay.
Additionally, this upbeat behavior did not sit well with lovers of the original work, much like the colorful costumes did. This struck them as incredibly careless and tone-deaf. One extremely dissatisfied commenter said, "You lack the maturity necessary to appropriately reflect the audience you are portraying in this film. The flimsy tone and naive approach used to promote a novel about a deadly, serious subject have greatly disappointed me." In order to prevent more criticism, she had to block comments on this video because the backlash had been so nasty. Fans continued to talk about it elsewhere on the internet, though, with some even drawing comparisons between her and Justin's methods of film promotion.
This is your night, mister.
No, this isn't my night. This is a night for all the women who we made this movie for.
It Ends With Us is in theaters now, so grab your friends, wear your florals, and head out to see.
But this Blake-Justin parallel also raised a problem that would eventually turn into the massive conflict it is today. It all began when fans noticed the two main stars acting strangely during the film's advertising, such as not matching on social networking. More significantly, the two were hardly ever spotted together in current interviews and other promotional events, even though they starred together in the film. Fans began to wonder whether there was a feud going on behind the scenes as a result of this. However, on August 14, 2024, TMZ released an exclusive scoop, claiming to have all the answers before the stars could respond to the rumors themselves. Their research claimed that there were two primary reasons for the intense tension that existed between Justin and Blake. The first one concerned the scenario where Blake had to be lifted into the air by Justin's character. Before the scene was filmed, Justin reportedly requested the on-set trainer Blake's weight, given that she had just given birth to her youngest son, Olin, in February. This made her feel ashamed of her weight. In the second case, the two leads had a kissing scene. Additionally, Blake was quite uneasy on set since Justin stayed on this kiss scene for longer than necessary, according to TMZ. These were grave accusations from a well-known Hollywood figure. They may certainly damage Justin's reputation and jeopardize any upcoming projects if they are accurate. Realizing this, Justin also hired the same crisis management public relations firm that Johnny Depp had used during his defamation trial against Amber Heard. But for the next few months, nothing much changed, even though the team's e-story went viral online. Until December 2024, that is, when Justin had to deal with two possibly career-ending situations. Blake Lively filed a lawsuit against Justin and numerous other executives at his production firm, Wayfarer Studios, including Jamie Heath, the CEO, on December 21st. The first of the two main allegations in this lawsuit included the numerous alleged incidents of sexual harassment she experienced while filming It Ends With Us. These included Justin repeatedly entering her makeup trailer without permission while she was undressed, including while she was nursing her infant child, Jamie Heath showing a fully uncovered video of his wife giving birth, Justin and Jamie discussing their quote and past sex addiction, and Justin improvising intimate scenes, including multiple kisses, without the assistance of an intimacy coordinator. The public's reaction to these accusations was nearly instantaneous, portraying Justin as a sexual outlaw who is unaware of when he is going too far.
Drop your thoughts in the comments below, let's talk about it. If you're feeling the vibe, hit that like button. And if you're new to the fam, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when we drop the latest and greatest. Thanks for tuning in.